welcome back to the Pick It and Flick It podcast. I am Luke, joined by...
Oh, I'm Vox.
Yeah.
And I'm Natasha.
Hey, where were you last episode? The hell are you doing?
Working.
Oh.
All right, segueing away from that awkwardness. We talked about a different type of movie.
We didn't talk about shit yet.
We watched
Oh.
in preparation for this. The 2020 newest film I think we've ever done, like in terms of how quickly we've done it, like since it came out, is The Trial of the Chicago 7.
We did Child's Play real quick.
I think that was like 3 weeks after.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. When did this come out?
I don't know. I think it was like a week or two ago.
Is this a Netflix original?
Yeah. Netflix. I'm assuming it was going to go to theaters at one point back when those were a thing.
A what?
Yeah, a movie theater. They were these places where a bunch of people would sweat next to each other and eat popcorn really loud. It was
Don't
great.
forget the phones. Don't forget the phones.
Yeah, they would
slurping on a Slurpee.
Yeah, assaulting a bag of M&Ms and whatever.
So how many times did it take for you to decide that we should do this on the show?
Once.
Oh, but you've seen it.
I've seen this movie 4 times.
What's wrong with you, man?
So I watched it I knew it was coming out, and I like Aaron Sorkin, the guy who wrote and directed this movie.
Yeah.
He did The Social Network, Molly's Game, and a few other ones that I haven't seen. A Few Good Men, with Tom Cruise. You Can't Handle the Truth, shit like that.
He did Moneyball.
Oh, Moneyball, that's another good one. Steve Jobs, yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's got his wonderful screenplays all over the place, and this is his newest one. And I just really wanted to talk about it because I really loved this movie.
This guy looks like he belongs in the 60s, man.
Yeah, he's a very interesting character.
Yeah. I haven't seen Steve Jobs, but I have seen Social Network.
Oh, it's really good.
And I've seen...
It's much better than the Ashton Kutcher one.
Oh, really?
And I like Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. I've seen Moneyball and I've seen A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
So, I'm already familiar with his work, but...
I imagine this guy is very full of himself.
I don't think so.
Really?
He leans pretty like a conservative, not politically, a conservative filmmaker. So he's just kind of like making these straight to the point films.
Movies, and the best one I would compare it to is the one I've seen the most is The Social Network. This is just like that in terms of the story seems both very small in scale and also very broad. Like it doesn't appear like it goes like to very many locations. Like it's almost like a play for a lot of it, but yet when it's explaining stuff, it'll cut to stuff that either real footage or like what's happening and like to explain it to you. So even though this movie is literally 2 hours and 10 minutes of a roller coaster of throwing you around all over the place, throwing you onto both sides of the argument and just showing you every which way that this trial went, it's just really interesting in how it's written, and every line of dialogue just kind of hits your brain real nice.
So it's pretty funny that you're saying that, because this movie tanked review-wise.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People have been. I read just a little bit about it, and I was reading about it earlier when we were watching it. People have been wiping their ass with this movie. I
didn't know that. I haven't looked up anything about this.
Personally, I like the Law and Order style movies. Tosh, I know you're a big docuseries fan.
Yeah, I like courtrooms, and I really like when the dialogue just keeps you engaged.
Yeah.
Like, remember when like screenplays would have like, care put into them, and you can tell like someone wrote down and really tried with this?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, first of all, what a really fantastic time to watch a movie like this.
Yeah.
In 2020.
In terms of its messages, as well as how it's constructed, it's very current.
I wonder when this filmed. Because
it had to have been at least a year or two ago.
Because, this is really hitting the nail on the head here.
Very coincidental.
Yes, I agree.
Well, that's the thing, too, is this movie, I as we were watching it, like I said, I've seen this 4 times, so I didn't really have to pay attention as hard. And still, on this watch, I was catching stuff that I didn't catch before, and a lot of stuff flowed a lot nicer. But this movie apparently has been, in development for a long time, this story. Steven Spielberg was originally supposed to direct this bad boy.
Oh, no. That wouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
Just
good thing he did.
wait for it. Wait. He was going to meet with Heath Ledger for playing Tom Hayden. Ledger passed away the day before they were supposed to meet. Whoa.
So how long?
Yeah.
Has this
So
movie
it's been a while. Spielberg also wanted Will Smith to play Bobby Seale.
No, stop it.
Oh, come on. I would have loved that.
No.
Oh, I love.
He's too-
Oh, I love Will Smith.
So do I.
He
but
would have
not
just
for
played
this.
Will Smith, but
Not
Yeah.
for this. Every time I hear Will Smith or think of Will Smith right now, I either go to Men in Black, I, Robot, or
I Am
Aladdin?
Legend.
No, Aladdin.
Shut.
I didn't see Aladdin.
Shut.
You could tell where Tasha's focus is when it comes.
It would be too distracting to have him.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I really like the guy they got. I'm not even going to try to attempt to say his name because it's very it's a very long name.
Oh man!
But
yeah,
he was
I
just
see
an
that.
Aquaman. He's supposed to be in the new Candyman that was pushed back. He's a fucking phenomenal
He was in
actor.
Us.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
But he is a fucking phenomenal actor,
he
and
was the dad, wasn't he?
every scene he's in, he steals the show. No, that's Winston Duke. That's a different.
No,
dude.
he was the
Oh, the
in the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Adelaide.
Yes, Adelaide's
Yeah.
dad.
Okay, yeah, damn. See, he's everywhere now.
And apparently
he's
cast.
really good.
Yeah,
In this.
he did a really good job.
Apparently he's cast in Aquaman 2 as well. So.
Well, he was in Aquaman 1, so yes.
Well, I've never seen it, so I didn't know. Maybe
he plays
died.
Black Mantis, I think, or Mantis, or
what?
yeah, whatever.
I didn't know he played.
Is that his name?
Yeah, it's whatever.
Manta.
He does. He does play Black Manta.
Black
That's-
Manta. Okay, so I wasn't too far off.
That's
with that.
crazy.
I've
And
only
he's
seen the
cast
movie
as
once.
Candyman,
I've never
so-
seen it. So.
Yeah,
He was pretty good. He was like a half villain in that one.
So here's the thing. I mean, we're talking without getting into politics. I think that when movies like this kind of resonate real well with current events and in modern audiences, that is either going to tank it or float it. And apparently it's tanked it. But
well, that's the thing too, is because I like I said, I didn't know anything about the reviews, but I was reading what Aaron Sorkin said.
yeah,
Because like you said, this is like freaky timing. Because if you're not a big movie person in terms of how they get made, movies are usually filmed a year or two before they're released. It takes time to edit. You got to do post-production stuff. It's a lot of work. But apparently he said that it was coincidental, obviously, but that it didn't change to mirror the times. The times changed to mirror the script.
sure.
Which I can see. I mean, I feel like this movie wasn't very one-sided at all. It felt like both sides were pretty fairly represented. I could see both sides of the argument, and it didn't feel like it dipped too far.
And yeah, as someone who follows on, I don't know, truthfully, how big into politics you are. I know
Not very much.
I know Tasha's trying to get a little bit more educated to make her own decisions.
But that's
on
not what
things.
we're here for.
No, but here's why I want to say this to meet your point is because it shows that the justice system can fuck anyone they want. Because even at the end, we see the prosecutors kind of like getting to the point of uncomfortability, and I think that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Through the whole
Because
thing.
at the end of the day, they're just people.
Well, yeah.
They're doing their job.
The big question that we have to have, and this is why I like these style movies or docuseries or whatever you're watching with it, is realistic events to its T. And you even mentioned that you saw the tape of him saying,
Yeah, one of the few things I saw from the actual trial, because I don't know how faithfully this was adapted. I'm sure it didn't go as snappy as this was,
right?
With every line overlapping each other.
Oh yeah, it was quick.
There's a guy on YouTube I watch. He looks like Jim from The Office. He's a lawyer.
Okay.
And he reacts to like famous clips from movies and stuff.
Sure.
And he said that these movies get it wrong because you're not supposed to overlap each other when you're talking because it's really hard for the person to type.
Yes.
Which makes sense. So that the fact that every line everyone says in this movie overlaps each other, it's great for us because it flows real naturally and it like catches your brain.
The point
but
of
it's
it.
obviously, it wouldn't happen like that.
Right, because I'm sure if it were like real courtroom tapes, people would talk and then wait, and then that person would talk, and it wouldn't be so quick.
Have you ever listened to courtroom tapes? It's atrocious.
It's excruciating.
It's very drawn out because of that reason.
Yeah.
But my favorite line to hit on that note is when he has the special star that we didn't realize was in this movie.
Michael Keaton just fucking drops in out of nowhere.
Has him on the stand, and he asks the typist, I hope you're good. Can you get all this?
Yeah.
Because they start going real fast back and forth, which is, I don't know, like you said, entertaining for the audience. This is another movie that we've turned the subtitles on for.
Yeah, and yes, I suggested that because this is one of those movies where it's all dialogue driven for the most part.
Well, it helped me because there were some terms that, like, law terms that I didn't understand, so I just Googled them, and then
you were able to type them out even sense. Too,
because
you can see how they're spelled.
Right. Yeah. In this case, subtitles help me, so I do encourage you to at least turn them on if you're going to watch the movie.
Because I know some people are really against the subtitles. I'm team subtitle.
She usually is, but you're getting pretty better.
Sometimes it helps me comprehend it, and especially with a movie like this where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't always want.
They never hit the brakes.
If there's a movie that is quiet or so back and forth like this one, then I want them on. But I don't know.
My point that I really enjoyed is because there's so many characters, and if you are not versed on this trial, you're not going to know the characters.
Which I wasn't. I went in completely cold. I hadn't even seen a trailer.
Right.
All I saw was on Netflix. You know how they'll do like a coming soon thing?
Yeah.
It had it for this, and I was like, okay. But I like, law movies.
Yeah.
Everywhere from fucking Liar Liar to, A Few Good Men.
Yeah, so that helped me a lot because I was able to see who's talking and match the name to the voice, then to the face, because normally you'll hear him talking before you see him on screen. So that was really nice. I appreciated having the subtitles on. Good call.
But man, does this movie have a star-studded cast.
I was really shocked. I didn't realize, because you'd been bugging me for a few days. Let's do this. I'm like, okay. So I didn't really look into it.
This is the first movie in a long time that when I was done watching it, it just made me want to watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat with you on that. I am, because it was
It makes
quick.
me want to read more about the actual trials. And
it's such a great, instance of a fly on the wall story where like 12 Angry Men. I just rewatched that not too long ago after I watched this, which is from 1957.
Wow.
And in black and white, and not for a second was I bored.
Yeah.
I was in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all about the story, and that's a big thing that we gotta keep reminding ourselves.
Yeah, we got Eddie Redmayne rocking the American accent.
Yeah.
He every line he delivers sounds like something I would say. He sounds like he's just constantly uneasy, and I thought that was kind of funny. That was something I noticed on this rewatch. Is he constantly sounds really anxious?
I can't get him from The Theory of Everything out of my head.
Is that where he plays Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He's just the way he talks, and it just sticks in my head.
I always think of the Danish girl or the Danish girl.
I know Danish is.
I don't know
like
that
the
one.
like the pastry.
But he dresses up as a woman.
Oh,
Danish girl?
I don't know anything about that.
No, me either. All I do know is he's been cast in Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5 as well.
How many of those did they make?
There's only 2 right now, but there's supposed to be a trilogy, and then they apparently cast him for 4 and 5.
Speaking of unexpected sequels, Sacha Baron Cohen's in this fucking movie and gives a dynamite performance.
Yeah, that's I haven't seen the new Borat, but
I have. It's pretty fucking funny.
I haven't seen the first one.
I am pretty okay with his performance in this movie, though.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen
pretty okay with it.
Obviously rocking out Borat subsequent movie film. Which just dropped out of nowhere too.
I can't.
Do you remember how big Borat was?
Yes, I do.
I am a little shocked that they just made one, made another one.
I'll be honest with you, not to stray too far, but I think I laughed so hard watching the first Borat, I threw up.
Right. I
wasn't allowed to watch it.
I love Borat.
It's brutal.
Bruno is over the top funny too.
I couldn't get through Bruno.
I love The Dictator, which I know people didn't like.
Didn't like that one either.
And the Brothers Grimsby, if you saw that with
I did.
God, how fucking funny was that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
He jerks off an elephant. What more do you need? But anyway, he's really good in this movie.
He is
too.
good in this movie. Not to round it back. Yeah, he surprised me.
Yeah, we got Jeremy Strong, who was in The Big Short and some other stuff.
I don't know him.
I've seen him before. I've seen The Big Short.
His voice sounded familiar, but when I looked, I didn't recognize anything he's been in.
Sorry to talk over you. I've seen The Happening. I've seen Lincoln. I've seen Zero Dark 30. I've seen Black Mass.
Yeah.
I don't even recognize this guy.
Yeah, he does not look anything looks like he looks like in other things.
No.
He looks totally 1960s dope smoking hippie.
Yeah, really lays it out.
The third Cheech and Chong member.
Yeah.
And he's good in the...
He is.
Everyone in this movie has, like, at least a few funny lines, and they kind of rip on Jerry a bit. He just got his heart broken, man, and he was hurt about it.
You know what's funny, though? I don't know who he is. I know he's been, like I said, just listed.
He got hit by a car.
Yeah, poor guy.
Poor guy.
Just jaywalking.
Just couldn't catch a break.
He just needs to stay on the sidewalk, you know. But here's the thing. He takes this character to a whole new, like, you don't even recognize him. If you were to look at his profile and then look at him,
you
in
wouldn't
this
know
movie,
him from John Doe on the street.
Could not even. I was trying to figure out the whole time who the hell he was, and I couldn't. So he was great.
We also got John Carroll Lynch. Hopefully that's how you say his name. He was in The Founder, Fargo, Zodiac. He looks like just every American dad.
I'm telling you, he's in Volcano, man.
I haven't seen Volcano.
And Bubble Boy.
Oh, I love Bubble
John
Boy.
Wayne Gacy in American Horror Story.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
He's in Paul, too.
With Seth Rogen and Simon Pegg in them?
Not
the
Seth
alien?
Rogen.
What's his name?
It's Simon Pegg and his other brother.
Yeah, Seth Rogen plays the alien.
Oh, shit. He plays Paul.
He's
the
Paul.
voice. Yeah, okay. I kind of forgot because I hate Seth Rogen.
But yeah, we got the...
John Carroll Lynch.
Yep.
Is he?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he kind of looks like him, so sorry to tell you that, buddy. Yeah, I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
No.
A good job.
But yeah, in addition to the guy who played Bobby Seale, Mr. Martin, or Mateen, again,
whatever.
Don't know how to say it. Mark Rylance, who was in Ready Player One, that fucking mess.
Yeah.
And Bridge of Spies, and stole the Oscar from Sylvester Stallone. That was when...
What a bastard.
That was when he got nominated for Creed, which is fucking bullshit, but he's fucking excellent in this.
Well...
sporting just a horrific toupee.
Really bad.
It's really bad.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that was the worst part about
It
this
was
movie.
so distracting.
It was. That's what I'm
like,
saying.
so
It's the worst part about the movie.
Having seen it a few times now, it's less distracting, especially because, like, he's so funny. Like, he just does not take shit.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to, like, help these people, and he's just hanging out.
I had to find a time to mention his hair because like
I wasn't
gonna
let it
like,
slide.
Being serious and everything, and I'm like, okay, his hair is just really, I can't.
But wrapping up the rest of the main
here,
cast besides the judge, which I'm sure we'll get into for a moment. Speaking of great hair, my boy Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who I've really been missing the last couple years, is coming back strong this year. He was just in that one with Jamie Foxx that was on Netflix with the superhero pills. I already forgot everything from that movie.
Yeah, I didn't get
but
to watch
man, seeing my man JGL back in action really warms my heart.
What is that, Project
He
Power?
is great.
Yeah.
Project Power. Okay.
It wasn't that bad. It was pretty good.
So I was thinking to myself the entire time I was watching this movie, I want to get a list together and watch all of the Joseph Gordon-Levitt movies.
We should do that.
I'm serious because I honestly think he is probably in my top 3 favorite actors.
Well, do you want to know a fun fact?
Please.
What
tell
was
me.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's first film? Halloween H2O 20 years later from 1998, where he gets an ice skate to the fucking face.
Oh my
Check
God.
out my review of it.
No, that's not his first film.
Yes, it is. Get with
The
it.
Great Elephant Escape is his first film.
Okay, how long is he in that movie?
He's the main character. He's in the whole thing.
I don't buy it. But does he get an ice skate to the face?
1995.
But does he get an ice skate to the face?
No, but we actually
well
just
then
watched
it's
that on
null and
TV.
void.
Yeah, so better fact check yourself over there. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
It might not
Fact
be his
check
first,
yourself
but I
before
know
you-
it's
I lied. Plymouth is actually his first movie in 91.
like the car
old
or the
is he?
place.
Yes. How old is
But he was a little kid and he was like a teenager in H2O. So
Yeah, well, he's like 5 years old in Plymouth. So.
Okay.
He was born in 81, so
Oh, okay.
do your math.
But yeah, man, I
Almost
love
40.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I love Don John.
Here's the other thing about Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That was a good movie.
I know.
Just to keep going, he's an avid Magic the Gathering player and collector.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's in Inception and Looper too. Those
yeah, dude, Inception
and Knives Out. He was the voice of the murder mystery podcast that Marta Cabrera was listening to.
And he played Robin in Batman.
Okay, but we can't forget 500 Days of Summer.
That's facts.
I love that movie.
He also played Edward Snowden.
Did he?
Yeah, that movie that no one saw.
Yeah,
and then it just
the first movie I remember seeing him in, now that this has turned into a Joseph Gordon-Levitt podcast.
I already put him on the thumbnail. I would have made him the entire thing if I could have.
The first movie I've ever seen with him was 10 Things I Hate About You with
oh my God.
Heath Ledger.
I love that movie.
My mom loved that movie.
Look at that. Heath Ledger back.
My dad loves that movie.
How it all comes together.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Yeah.
Oh man, we should watch that because I got some cool facts about that movie.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt-a-thon 2021.
Yes. Or we could start it now.
Well, we should start it now and just pocket them.
I don't think I have another marathon in me.
Come on.
That's why we start now, so we only have to watch one a month. Oh, man. Sorry to rant on that, but I just love that guy.
He's a great guy.
I honestly just love that guy.
Seems like a real stand-up character.
Wasn't he just on Hot Ones, too?
Yeah. He was.
What a man.
Same with McConaughey.
Yeah, but McConaughey's a little...
Do we mention Hot Ones in every episode?
Pretty much.
I love Hot Ones.
Yeah, me too. Go watch Hot Ones.
We should be on there.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine?
Because I'm a bitch with spice.
Both
so
of
much.
you
That'd be it.
I'd be tapping out.
I'd probably beat
No,
you
we
both.
can't tap out. They get mad when you do that.
I don't care.
Nah, I'd have to go. I'd eat the whole thing the whole way.
All right.
I would love to see that shit.
Let's do our classic. We do this every now and then. Give us 3 positives, 3 negatives. Tosh, I know you probably have at least 1 or 2 lined up, so if you're not okay with going first, we will wait for you to go last.
Tag in.
Because that's usually how it goes. Okay. Luke, let's start off. Give me 3 positives. Don't do any negatives. We'll do those later.
I don't have any negatives.
I have a couple, but... Go ahead. Give me
I don't have
positives.
like major ones. I mean,
neither do
okay. Well, the acting, of course, is great. The way it effortlessly cuts from like the courtroom to this to that to this to that to this to that to back to the courtroom without ever feeling confusing or convoluted is something I don't think many people realize how hard that is. And I think just the story being able to stay mostly. At least in my opinion, I don't know. Maybe people are saying it's not.
Yeah.
It felt pretty balanced to me. Again, I'm not a hugely political guy. I'm just judging this on how the story was presented to me as if I were in the back and I knew nothing about what was going on, because that's pretty much how I went into this movie to begin with. And even from right there, I loved it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very, very nice.
I always get nervous when I do those long little rants that I'm going to fuck up like 2 words before I finish talking.
That's okay. That's okay.
A mental collapse.
So for me, this is rather interesting because I like to look at things from an outside kind of like above view. So the soundtrack to this, I don't know who did it. I don't know who the composer was. I was actually trying to find it while you're talking, but you talk too fast.
I do. I talk very fast.
I think, let's see here. Composer is Daniel Pemberton. Apparently he did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Another
King Arthur, Yesterday,
classic.
Ocean's 8, Steve Jobs.
Can't go a day or a podcast without talking Marvel.
Yeah.
No, we must.
So it looks like he did.
Fox is really trying to get invited to those premieres.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It looks like he did Molly's Game too. So it seems to me that he works with the director a little bit. Here. So
Sorkin definitely has got his style down, I would say.
And he did the soundtrack for Birds of Prey. So
that movie that 4 people saw.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
That was one of those 4.
I really like how this movie's music cues with the scenes, because as we've mentioned, it's fast paced in the audio or the dialogue area. So it's kind of, you're like really focusing on that. But when it's jumping from courtroom to now flashback scene to comedy room to it has this weird eeriness to the soundtrack, and you guys probably didn't even notice it.
No.
Exactly, because it's very subtle. It's in the back, and that's what I like to do. I like to tear things apart and break them down when I'm watching movies like this, because it's not action lightsabers.
Well, yeah,
in my
you're the
face.
sound guy, so break it down.
So I really, really liked that. I think it was tastefully done, and I like these strange, like subtle and eeriness to rather serious movies.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. As you've mentioned, acting was phenomenal. This star-studded cast, you can't really go wrong with it.
Yeah, a really bad time to release the movie where there's not going to be an Oscars next year.
Yeah, right.
A few people are getting bogued.
Yeah, for real.
Bobby Seale deserves one. I'd say my man Eddie Redmayne, throw him a bone, give him one.
Oh yeah. And for my third positive, I do think that they did a nice job on not making this corny as far as the budget-wise goes. I mean, they could have really slapped this thing together in just a courtroom.
You could have I was going to say, you could have just stayed in the courtroom the entirety.
Really like that. I thought it was really nice.
Do you know how much the budget was?
I have no clue.
I'll try to look.
Yeah, take a look. Tasha.
I don't know if I necessarily have 3 positives, but
okay,
I did really like the movie.
Jump on the bandwagon.
I liked the fact that they showed clips or pictures from
the originals.
Yeah,
like the actual
original photos
from history. Yeah,
what was actually going on.
Those didn't seem like purposefully inserted
there. It didn't
there.
seem forced.
Yeah,
it
forced.
just kind of like there were points where I was like, is that part of the movie or is that real photo? Like real photos.
Good call. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. Another, obviously, the acting. They did a great job of making me uncomfortable, which I think is always a plus for me.
Very important.
I know that's weird to say, but
when
I'm actually feeling, instead of like it seeming like they're trying to make me feel uncomfortable, it was just like, okay.
Well, it means that they're succeeding. They're getting the point across, and
this movie's very powerful in what it's trying to do, and
and it didn't feel. It didn't feel like they had a political agenda, I guess. It didn't really feel like they were trying to force anyone any certain way, I guess.
You got the establishment and the, I guess, anti-establishment's views both ways.
Fuck the man.
Yeah.
Negatives, Luke.
I mean, like I said, I don't really have any.
Okay.
Like there isn't. Aside from like little nitpicks and stuff.
Sure. I'm all about the little nitpicks.
Yeah. I mean, we should have called this show Nitpick.
Oh, good try.
And Flick It. I had the joke there, but it kind of fumbled on the execution.
Right. Do you have any negatives?
Just the wig.
Just the wig?
Just the wig.
I would say that.
But I assume the real guy had a horrible toupee. That seems like a lawyer thing.
Yeah.
It could be.
I don't know.
It could be. Mine, I guess are a little bit nitpicky. Dude, this judge, the guy, first of all, I think it was just the actor.
Really?
I just couldn't stand him.
I feel like they did that on purpose.
I fucking hope so.
Which means he's a good actor.
Maybe. But I just could not stand, I don't know. I wanted to punch him in the mouth. Aside from the wig, toupee, the length of this movie is a little much. It
flew, really?
Yeah, it flew by, I would say, pretty well.
I'm smelling bullshit over here.
Guess what? I'm not the only one who is agreeing with or saying that.
Who's saying that?
Lots of people.
Give me names.
People with short attention spans.
Says Brad Pitt. So
Brad Pitt did not say that. What did he say?
No, I'm on Letterboxd reading the reviews.
Oh, and a Brad Pitt account.
His name is Brad Pitt.
So it's got to be the real guy.
And Megan with the flower.
Megan with the flower knows what she's talking about.
And Jay. Just Jay.
The letter or
just
the name?
The letter.
Okay.
Yep. He also says it's too damn long. I didn't think it was too long. I just think that 2 hours and 10 minutes is a bit much for a court scene.
I don't feel like this dragged
it
for a
wasn't
second.
Just a court scene,
Stop arguing with the fact that I have an opinion.
I'm not arguing with the fact that you have an opinion. You said just a court scene. It wasn't just a court scene.
I know. I'm just saying.
They did go back and forth, and they showed you the protesting. And
2 hours is just a little much for me. I would have done an hour 45, but that last 15 minutes, I was like, okay.
I don't know. I
starting
feel
to lose me.
I disagree.
Well, listen, I'm Captain Attention Span.
You are.
So I think I would be the one
everyone
to speak for all the millennials in the world.
I'm younger than you.
That doesn't matter.
Shouldn't I have a... Don't they...
No, you're fucking weird, dude. You watch crazy old movies and shit. You're weird. You're not the norm.
Exactly.
See, you can't speak. You can't speak for him.
I don't know. I don't think saying that this movie's long because you were having an ADD fit doesn't mean
2 out of 3 agree that it wasn't too long.
That's fine. It's just my opinion. I just wish it was a little bit shorter.
Fuck you. Have my same opinion.
Yeah.
Agree with us.
I just summed up politics for you.
Yeah, there you go. But that was it. That's all I really have to do. Luke?
Yes. Well, real quick, I got one more nugget of behind the scenes that I find interesting.
Okay.
Guess who was about to play Jerry Rubin?
Ronald McDonald.
Seth Rogen.
Oh, God. He would have ruined this movie.
So when I was looking up the movie, Seth Rogen came up.
Yeah.
I was wondering why I was...
Well, he played Wozniak in the Steve Jobs movie. Okay. So he seems like a pretty competent, capable, dramatic guy. But Jonathan Majors was also supposed to play Bobby Seale, the guy who just got announced to be playing Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man 3. Look at that. It all comes back to Marvel.
Oh, wow.
Because we just can't get away from it.
That's right.
It's going to invade our lives forever.
Well, I'm a shill, so it'll always be there. But
he was also in White Boy Rick, which is cool if you haven't seen that. McConaughey was in it.
Oh, okay.
But, Vox, how do we rate the movies around here?
You flipped that on me,
I did that I effortlessly.
I can't believe you've done this.
You weren't even ready for it. I just blindsided you.
So if this is your first episode listening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? We did a whole month of Halloween. Go back and listen to those.
Where were you then, bastard?
We like to do 2 different ratings. We either give it a pick for definitely watch this, or flick for put that thing in the garbage disposal and turn it on until it's done.
Or flick it like a booger.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah, that too.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
And we also give it a 1 out of 10 for that extra kick in the ass to just, show where we align. Because
so, Tosh, what would you give this movie? I'm going to go last.
See?
I'd give it an 8.75.
Why do you do that?
It really complicates the matter.
I know.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Would that be a pick?
Yes, that's definitely a pick.
So an 8. Got it.
8. No,
that'd be a 9 if we're rounding up.
We're rounding up.
Okay, well,
Fine.
you need to...
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
So when you go on Letterboxd, which everyone should be following us on, check us out.
At Confused Review.
What?
It wouldn't let me do reviews. I don't know why. Same with Twitter. My Twitter is CReviews5 because it wouldn't let me do confused reviews.
Interesting.
I know.
I am Baseman Vo on there. Tosh, what is your Letterboxd?
Probably my real name.
Okay. Good.
We're going to change that.
Yeah. I am going to flick it.
Get fucked.
No, I'm going to pick
he
this.
got you.
I'm going to pick this all day long. This was a good movie.
Pull the sneaky.
And I would give this a 7 out of 10.
What?
Bullshit.
That's what I'm giving it.
Well, I'd give this movie a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
I'd give this a pick, obviously. I don't know. It might be a mix of I really like these type of movies.
Yeah,
I like
I think
dialogue-driven. Like I've been saying, I don't know. The way it imputes in my brain, I think about it, and I feel satisfied with the story. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Remember those? You don't have to set up 6
Yeah, I do. We just
sequels
watched a whole bunch of them that had that.
Spin-off, and it was well done from acting to the music to the way it's filmed. It's just simple. It was great.
I think everyone should know that if it doesn't have an alien in space, a crazy guy that wears people's face waving a chainsaw, or lightsabers, it's not getting a 10 out of me. So
I was gonna say usually I wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Luke, give me something positive.
Just be nice to people.
Oh, okay.
Be nice.
Tasha?
That's from Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
I don't have anything.
Imply more
I
Roadhouse.
I felt like this movie was too serious to make a pun off of it.
Oh, well then I have one for you.
Okay.
William Kunstler. It's too bad he was a badass, or you could call him Beep. And that's all I got for you.
Bye.